What's up? What's going on, guys? Captain Monk here again. This is episode 8 in my series called Road to Gold. In this series, I take every primary weapon from 1 to 31 when I unlock the gold camouflage. But on the road there, I collect clips of myself using the different weapons with different perks, camouflages, attachments, and proficiencies. And then I basically display them on screen for you guys to see. So in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the MG36. Now, I apologize, guys, for not posting yesterday, but you guys don't know my policy. If I miss a day, I post a good video the next day, or I post two. And this, I consider a good video compared to my other ones, because it did take quite a bit of effort. So, let's get started right away on these weapon stats. So, first of all, the MG36 is unlocked level 4. It's unlocked as soon as you get created class. It is a full automatic light machine gun. I cannot think of a single semi-automatic or burst fire light machine gun, so I guess that doesn't really help, but still, it's a full auto light machine gun, if that means anything to you. Its damage is fairly average at 40 damage up close and 25 at a distance, which in other words means it's a 3 bullet kill up close and 4 at distance. Its fire rate is very good, and well, I mean, I wouldn't consider it like extremely good, but it's very average for light machine guns. It's at 769. Ooh, 69. I love that number. 769 rounds per minute, which is very good, I guess you could say. It's the third fastest, followed by the MK46 has the fastest, and the L86 is at 800, which is the second fastest. So the MG36 is right in the dead middle, in between the PKP and the L86. So that's pretty much for the right fire rate. Then we've got the reload time. Now the reload time on the MG36 is extremely good. It is the fastest of all light machine guns, and if you consider it to other weapons, it's not really that good. But considering it's a light machine gun, it's very good at 3.73 seconds, which is very, very good for light machine guns, anyways. The ammo count, or like the clip size of this weapon, is very average, where because they all have 100 rounds in a clip. But comparing it to other weapon classes, it's very good. But considering it's a light machine gun, that is expected is 100 rounds per minute. So that pretty much sums up all the weapon stats for this weapon. And I think this is the last clip right here, where it is in the thermal. Now, one thing I want to point out, guys, is to my surprise, and maybe it's yours as well, thermal is actually very good in this game. So that's probably why it's unlocked so late. But here we go. Now we are in the gameplay. So you can see here, this is a gameplay on bootleg with the MG36 Golden, of course. Now I'm gonna get right into why I decided to use the things I did in this gameplay. So now, let's start off with the primary weapon. So I decided to use grip. Now, the reason I decided to use grip is because if you look at the attachments, I do not feel that you need any sort of obstacle attachment like a sight, like a red dot or ACOG or anything like that. I find it's very unnecessary because I like this gun's iron sight. It reminds me of the ACR from Modern Warfare 2, not Modern Warfare 3. I don't know, maybe you guys agree, but I think it's a good iron sight, so I don't need an obstacle attachment. So without an obstacle, that leaves us with a few attachments. It leaves us with silencer, extended mags, grip, and rapid fire. Now, the setups I found most effective are silencer is definitely not good on this weapon because it basically makes it so this gun is always a 4 bullet kill. It can still kill in 3 bullets at kissing distance, but after that, it's basically always a 4 bullet kill. So I don't like it very much. But if you guys like silencer, go right ahead. And I also don't like the way it sounds. It sounds kind of pussy, if you know what I mean. And that is not degrading to women. I'm just saying it doesn't sound really as tough and manly. I don't know what you guys want to get from that, but so I don't like the silencer on this weapon, so I do not recommend it. But if you want to use it, more power to you. Extended mags is not necessary on this weapon, considering it has 100 rounds in a clip, and that only brings it up to 150. But the extended mags does help because it gives you an extra 100 bullets from what you would have before, because the MG36 has 100 in clip and 100 extra, but with extended mags has 150 extra and 150 in your gun. So if you do the math, that's extra 100 right there. So that can be helpful if you want to go on a humongous kill streak, get an Osprey gun or something, but I find it highly unnecessary. That's just my opinion though. So then you're left with grip and rapid fire. So in my opinion, I like to play the light machine gun in a very defensive style, as you'll see in this gameplay, because that's pretty much how I feel it should be used, in a defensive style. So a good setup is rapid fire and grip. If you want to try that with the 2 attachments proficiency, it's very good, but I prefer using just grip on its own with the kick proficiency to reduce recoil even further. So the recoil overall will then be reduced by 35% from no attachment, which is very, very helpful. it makes this gun like almost like a laser. It's very good with those two like, I don't know what you want to call them because they're not really both attachments, but those two add-ons, I guess you can say, the proficiency and the attachment. So that's what I like on it. If you guys like other things, more power to you. As far as the secondary goes, it really doesn't matter what you use. The secondaries in this game are all good, but I would recommend something that is good at close range. So I would not recommend a launcher because you're going to need a close range weapon. So any pistol dual wielded or a machine pistol is good. But I would stick with the ones that are good at close range if I were you. Then you've got your perks. So sleight of hand, for the reason that even though this weapon has a very fast reload for light machine guns, still having that faster reload does come in handy. And when you're caught off guard, being able to switch to your secondary and hip firing them with your magnums is very helpful. So being able to switch faster to your secondary is very, very helpful. As far as quick draw goes, the light machine guns have a very slow aimed on sight time, so that does help with quick draw, which is very helpful again. So I like quick draw. I don't see any purpose in using any of the other ones. Quick draw is the way to go, unless you want to use hardline, but I recommend quick draw personally anyways. And then we got steady aim. Now the main reason for steady aim is it kind of works like quick draw in the sense that it allows me to aim down my sights faster, but what it also allows me to do is have more precision when hip firing, which comes in handy with my secondary as well. So it's a very good perk to run. I wouldn't suggest running anything else. That's what I would like to use on that. You could use Stalker, but I find it really throws off my aim. And Sit Rep's good too, but I don't know. It's up to you guys, whatever you want to use, but I like steady aim personally, and that's my reason for it, is because it allows me to use my secondary more precisely and allows me to bring up my sights faster with my primary. So that pretty much wraps up my class layout and stuff like that. Now for the kill streaks, I was going with the high kill streaks because, well, these aren't really super duper high, but they're pretty high, I guess you could say. And the reason I wanted to get those is I want to get as many kills as I could. And you can see here in this game I'm running both Reaper and AC-130 to get the most kills I can with my air support, because these guys weren't calling it in. And I have no idea why I left my hiding spot to call in this AC-130, so do not ask me that. And I, again, do not know why I shot my AC-130 as soon as I got in it. I think it's because in the Reaper, that's what I always do, is as soon as I get into it, I always shoot right away, because I want to get my shots off as soon as possible, right? With the AC-130, I don't use it very much. So when I do, I don't really get out of my habit of just shooting right away. So now one thing I want to bring up with you guys before this video comes to a close is, first of all, the music in the background. This is a song by Red Hook Noodles. He's a real great beat maker, I guess you could call him. And he's been doing it for a while. He does beats for people like Legend of Thunder, who are pretty big on YouTube. And I really like his beats, so what I'm going to do is, I've talked about him before and I've used his beats all the time. But for the Road to Gold series, I'm always going to use this beat because it kind of just flows with the video, if you guys know what I mean. So, anyways, guys, that wraps up episode 8 of Road to Gold. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave this video a like, because I do put a lot of time into these Road to Gold videos, a lot more time than any other videos of myself or my own. So, I hope you guys can like the video, and thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and peace.